Hello, my friends, and welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel, the only channel where every day I show a property for sale in the Italian market. In each video, I select a property in a different town in one of the 20 regions of Italy. But so, let's start and let me introduce you today's property. Now, in today's video, I bring you to a town called Tessennano. Tessennano, double S, double N, Tessennano. So we are in Viterbo Province, Lazio region, my friends. So I like Viterbo Province. It's quite interesting. Anyway, we are in Lazio. We are not very far from Rome. So very interesting area. Prices of the houses are quite affordable. As we see, today we are talking about a semi-detached house for sale in Via Roma 15. Now we see it's not semi-detached, but it's a terraced house. Tessennano, the town, the asking price is 39,000 euro. The square meters, it says 100 square meters. Now, 100 square meters, it should be around 1100 square feet, 4 rooms and garage included. Now, particular property, you will see. Anyway, here we have the main entrance, here we have the garage, but we'll find out very soon all we have to find out about this property. Quite interesting. Anyway, so I picked this property because, anyway, we are in Lazio region. The location, I really like the position of this house. So we are in Lazio region, not extremely far from Viterbo, so from the capital. And we are also quite close to Bolsena Lake and the seaside. So for me, very interesting area. Now, Tessennano is not a very big town. We are talking about few thousand inhabitants, but quite interesting with all the basic services that we might need. As I said, close to the sea, Montalto di Castro, close to Bolsena Lake, not very far from Viterbo. Here we have Viterbo. Then, because we are in the northern part of Lazio region, here we are very, very close to the southern part of Tuscany. As we see, we have Pitigliano, Manciano, and Orbetello Peninsula here. Then going southern direction, we have Rome, which is not very far, maybe not very easy to commute by transportation. But we'll see these later on when I go and dive for the distances between this property and the nearest important destination. Let's go back to the property. Let's read the description, my friends. So, property description, but before I read, if you like my videos, if you like this type of contents, you're welcome to put like and subscribe. Okay, let's read. Now, in the heart of the municipality of Tessennano, we offer for sale a 100 square meters semi-detached house. Now, in my opinion, is more than 100 square meters. For me, only the first and now we have, let's go back. We have a ground floor with a garage, and we have first and second floor. Plus, we have a terrace. Very, very interesting property because we have a beautiful terrace. But so for me, 100 meters is just the first and the second floor. With the ground floor, with the garage, the space is much bigger. Semi-detached is not semi-detached, but is a terrace, ideal for those seeking a versatile and functioning living solution. This property, built in 1964, is spread over multiple levels, offering well-distributed spaces suitable for various needs. Anyway, I forgot to say one of the most important things, my friends. The price, actually, 39,000 euro. So we are talking about a spacious property, quite spacious property, on multiple levels for 39,000 euro. Now, we'll investigate. It says in a quite good condition, but it needs some upgrades. Okay, on the ground floor, a welcoming entrance leads to the tavern, perfect for convivial moments. Now, tavern in Italian is taverna, so is a room, generally is a space, or on the ground, or on the basement, lived where people are living, exactly as it says here, perfect for convivial moments. And the garage, convenient for parking and storage. But as we will see, the garage won't be, it can be used for parking. So I'm telling you already, but we'll see. Going up, you access the living area characterized by a bright dining room. So we have a dining room with a kitchenette and balcony, and a large room that can also be used as a living room, and a recently renovated bathroom. Both of the two bathrooms are in a good condition. Now, the property has three bathrooms. We'll see. And we have plenty of space anyway. On the first floor, we have dining room, kitchenette, and a living area that at the moment is used as a bedroom. The sleeping area includes two bedrooms and bathroom on the second floor, ensuring comfort and privacy. The strong point of the house is the panoramic terrace, from which you can enjoy a suggestive view of the surrounding landscape. The independent methane heating ensures a warm and welcoming environment during the winter months, a housing solution that combines independence and practicality. Basic features: terraced, three floors, ground, first and second, plus terrace on fourth, 100 square meters built, 1100 square feet, four rooms, more than four if we consider, yeah, four rooms if we consider only first and second floor without the ground. Three bathrooms, balcony, garage included in the price, good condition, I'd say so and so, is in need of uh, some works. Built in 1964, natural gas. Okay, let's go now to read the price per square meter. Now, for a property in good condition, 390 euro per square meter is extremely good. The thing is that the property is not extremely perfect. So we might add some works and then at least to bring the price of the property. For sure, in a very good condition, this property could be between 700 and 1000 euro per square meter. Let's read now the statistics. Now, listing updated on the 9th of June. So it was listed for sure before, because we have 799 views, 800, one sent to friend, two email inquiries, 39 times saved to favorite. So there is an attention on this house, also because the price is extremely good. Okay, today we do the virtual tour because they have um, nice one. They have a nice virtual tour. So we'll go full screen and we'll start investigating the property. So here we are on the ground floor. Let's see. Here we have the main entrance door, a bit outdated. Okay, weakest point, even if, anyway, we have this front door here. Then internally, we can commute to the garage, which also has an external access, as we'll see now. So basically, we saw this from the main picture. Okay, so we have the main entrance on the left, and then we have this garage that, in my opinion, can be used as a garage, but can be used as a perfect living space because, anyway, we have this room, which they call, it's not even the tavern, this is what they call garage, but a garage that, as we see, has been used as a livable space. We have a sofa, we have a table, we have radiator, so plumbing system. was upgraded not long time ago. If we also consider that two bathrooms on the first and second floor, all the three bathrooms overall are in a good condition. Let's see the service one, the service bathroom on the ground floor. Now we have a little hall used as a storage area. Okay. And then from here we can see small, tiny service bathroom. Okay. Which can be used anyway. That makes anyway this ground floor part of the house, in my opinion, it makes it already as a separate unit. If we consider that we also have an extra room and is an extra kitchen with another dining table. So I already two rooms on the ground floor. I already count two tables. Let's see how many tables we're gonna count in this house. Then here we have rear access. I see this rear door was recently renovated, is a double glazed. We have here a laundry with washing machine. We have a sink. We have kitchen. We have fridge. So this part of the house can be easily used as a second unit on the ground floor. We have a normal door. It's not just a garage door. So basically, it's kind of useful. It's a useful space. Here could be arranged just living area, maybe with a bed, simply to make it also sleeping area for guests, and with a separate bathroom. Anyway, as we see, the structure overall of the property is good. Floor tiles outdated, but I won't go for new one. I would simply, in particular in this area, I would keep it like this. We have heating system. Here, the weakest point of this property, my friends, you may have already guessed, the electrical system. Very outdated, I'd say. So it needs to be inspected and, anyway, to replace. Okay, now let's go to the first floor. I forgot to say another important thing today, that even if we are in Lazio region, and Lazio region is not part of the 7% flat tax rate, but this town and this province is part of the 7% taxation. So I have investigated, I've been searching, and Tessennano, so basically Viterbo province, is also part of the 7% taxation. Okay, my friends, let's start. Here we are on the first floor. Typical of the house built in the 60s and in the 70s to have completely different tiles per each room. That was typical. And let's start with the bathroom on the first floor. So here we have a fully renovated new bathroom. And we see, I always tell you, that the flush of the toilet is inside the wall. So we can see. And anyway, it looks new, well kept. So here the electrical system, for example, was upgraded. I see they put new switches, but it's the weakest point in the house. So we have radiator, we have another washing machine. Anyway, here for me, we are in a second unit, I would say. So here we have the main entrance, the stairs, and then now here we are in the first bedroom, and this room, used as a bedroom, for me is more, I would use it more as a living space, simply because we have space that can be used on the ground floor already, separate unit with a bed, and make it anyway. There is a kitchen, there is dining table, dining area, small bathroom with a bed, let's say, could be used simply also as a separate unit. Okay, different tiles, outdated tiles, but overall not destroyed. Electrical system, weak point. Radiators are fine. These I see were upgraded not a long time ago. Window frames, so and so. These are single glazed windows, so it could be upgraded. Overall, anyway, here I see a spacious bedroom, not very small, let's say a room that I would use personally as a living space. Okay, let's go back now to the hall, and finally we enter into the dining room, Tinello, which we call Tinello in Italian. So let's have a look. Let's do 360 degree. So we have a pellet stove here, so an extra heating system to heat this part of the house. Then here they put this little sofa so close to the stove. Don't think it's the best solution, in my opinion. Okay, here we have the access to the second floor. So from the dining area, here we are back to the hall. Anyway, spacious dining space, dining area, and here we have the kitchenette, let's say. Also, it might be in need of upgrades, maybe new furniture. Obviously, we are talking always about old houses. Many plugs, I see many sockets, all they're all very old. So it should be sorry, it should be simply rewired. It's not the most expensive job to rewire, apart the cost anyway of the materials and the job, but for an electrician could be with few thousand euro, no more than 2 3,000 euro, to make, for example, new electrical system to rewire all the house. So we don't have a picture of the kitchenette. We have a picture of the balcony here, but it's not opening, facing the rear side of the house. Okay. That means that the bedroom and the bathroom are facing the front side of the house. So this bedroom, the bathroom are just above the garage. Let's go back 1 second. So we have the bathroom, front side, front side. Here we have a little storage, sgabuzzino. We can be used as a pantry. And then here we have the front. So here we have the front. So I made a mistake. So this is rear of the house. Let's go back to Tinello. And anyway, here we have a balcony facing the front side. Here it says esterno retro. It says, so it's wrong. Esterno fronte. They should have said front, not uh, rear side. Okay, let's go to the second floor. And overall, the structure here looks fine, I have to say. Okay, let's go now to the second floor. Stairs, the halls are all fine with these marble stairs. Obviously, this house, like all these inexpensive houses, are always in need of an upgrade. Okay, now let's do 360 degrees. So we have the landing stairs, the landing area. We have the second bedroom. Then we have the bathroom on the second floor, the third one, and the third bedroom, let's say second bedroom on the second floor. Now, I'm not entering into the bathroom. I just want to remind you, because if I enter, they will show me the picture of the first bathroom, of the bathroom on the first floor. But here we see that anyway, the basin, the toilets, and the bidet are on the left side. If you go and see, will I share in the link the description of the property, if you see yourself, the bathroom on the first has the sink on the right. So basically from here we see the real bathroom. which is in a good condition. Also this from here by what I see. But if I enter into the picture, they will show me the bathroom on the first, and then I have to go back again. So let's go now to the second bedroom. Second bedroom of the house. Spacious enough, not extremely big, but in a fair condition. Windows, so window frames also a bit weak, single glazed, but spacious enough. Then we have radiator, plumbing system. So the plumbing system was renovated. The doors are a bit outdated, but overall we have a room in a good condition. Bedroom, let's say second bedroom, simply because they show on the first floor one bedroom. So let's say this is the second bathroom, second bedroom. And let's enter now in the last and third bedroom. Okay, my friends. No, actually, this is again, I re-entered in the same one. Sorry. Okay, here we are in the third bedroom. Third bedroom. Okay. Not, let's say, big enough, but let's say all the rooms are not extremely big. Let's say medium size, not too small, but at the same time, not too big. Then here we have the access to the terrace. So from this room, maybe in this case, I would use more this room as a living space, and the first bedroom and the bedroom on the first floor, keep it as a bedroom, simply because from here we have access to the terrace. So I won't use a space that is commuting one space to another. But again, plenty of rooms, so plenty of solutions, plenty of old furniture, as we see, as they are taking a lot of space. This could be a guest room. Here we see the plenty of bed, three beds in this room. So means that the room is not that small. Many beds in this house. Okay, let's see. Overall, all the structure looks fine. Okay, we have a weak point here, bit of humidity. Okay, bucket. I'm wondering if there is a leakage. That's strange, because if there is a leakage, we would have seen anyway. I think should be inspected then the roof, but in my opinion, this is just a problem with the humidity. We would have seen, if it was a leakage, we would have seen signs on the wall, in my opinion. But again, my friends, 39,000 euro. As usual, each room different floor, graniglia floor, so typical marble style. Okay, now here we are in the attic and terrace space. So this is the, let's say, ground floor, first, second. This is the third floor in a row state, which is fine. Overall, by here, the roof doesn't look bad. Let's see here. We have a window. Not really usable as a living space. I'm trying to see if there are signs of leakages. It looks dry here. I don't know, there could be some problems. The wooden beams, a bit weak. But no, this is cement. Okay, this is not signs of, I don't know. Doesn't look very bad. This is not wooden beam. I mean, these are wooden beams, but these no. kind of clays. Okay, then we have the walls, typical with stone house. Is a typical stone house. Let's go back. Okay, I feel like it's not allowing me to go back here to see the terrace. Let's go back. Okay, let's see if they allow me to enter. I have to close. There's no way to go back. Let's see here. Okay, finally, we've been able. And so here we are on the terrace. Terrace, interesting, big, big enough, lovely, and lovely view around, all over the rooftops of the village, Tessennano, with a clock tower, so you will always be updated. Kind of medieval towns, full of history, this area. The good thing is that here, if you have to work on the roof, you don't need, I mean, it's possible to access from the terrace. That will make it, let's say, if you need to fix something, it gives the chance to work on the roof from the terrace. Anyway, lovely terrace. Obviously, I always recommend to inspect the properties by person. I'm not here to sell a property, as I'm always saying. I'm here to show you generally what you can get with this amount of money. Let me know, because obviously with bigger amount of money, we get better solutions. Okay, let's go now on Google Maps and let's try to understand how far we are from the main destinations around this town, Tessennano town, how far we are from Bolsena Lake, how far we are from Viterbo mainly, how far we are from the sea, and also, let's say, we have two towns which are bigger, okay, bigger than Tessennano. Let me zoom in 1 second on Tessennano, simply to show you that it's not very, very small, okay. Could be maybe 1,000, tiny bit more than 1,000 inhabitants. And anyway, we have some shops, not very big, again, but anyway, we'll go back later here to see at the end a bit of Google Street View. For now, let's focus on the two nearest biggest towns. One is Canino, Viterbo province, and one is Arlena di Castro. Okay, let's see how far we are from this town. Let's start from Canino. Okay. Canino, okay, let's go by car here. Obviously, for these type of small towns, they are more accessible by car. A town like this one, like Canino, if someone wants to search, I would recommend you to do, if you are interested in this area, check and see on Idealista the prices for sale in this town to compare also with the prices. You'll see that here are already higher than Tessennano. But from Tessennano to Canino, it's only 7 minutes by car. 7 minutes. What's 7 minutes? Very, very short distance. Wherever you are, 7 minutes is the minimum distance to reach your bakery or your local shop, if not more. Then Arlena di Castro. Yes, because many times we don't process. If we are in the cities, we think we have everything close to us, but we don't consider that sometimes it takes longer in the city to get the milk or the bread than, for example, here, which in 7 minutes you are already in another town with bars. But anyway, also Tessennano, here not reported business activities, but for sure there are. So 7 minutes, again, very short distance. Okay, now let's focus on Viterbo to understand the capital of the province. Won't be very close, 41 minutes, simply because we are in the northern part of the province, the part that is bordering with Grosseto province. In this case, I want to try to understand, for example, where is Grosseto? Okay, Grosseto province is quite big. We see that Grosseto is here and that the town Tessennano is bordering with Tuscany region. So, but anyway, Grosseto province is quite big. For sure takes more than 1 hour to reach Grosseto, 41 minutes to reach Viterbo. Now, let's focus on Capodimonte to reach Capodimonte on Bolsena Lake. Capodimonte, Viterbo, Bolsena Lake. So, to reach Capodimonte, we are on the lake in 17 minutes. We drive through Piansano and then we reach the lake. Beautiful area, beautiful lake. Obviously, here you are surrounded by nature, beautiful areas, agricultural. Okay, Montalto Marina. Montalto Marina. Let's see how far we are from Tessennano. So in 31 minutes we reach the seaside. So in 20 minutes, less than 20, we reach Bolsena Lake. Actually, I forgot to check one thing. I go back to Arlena di Castro. I didn't check by transport how long it takes to reach Arlena di Castro. It doesn't show anything. So tomorrow, for example, now this evening, there are no more buses, but there's one bus at 11:19, takes 10 minutes, 1:24 p.m., 2:39 p.m., 16:29. So we can go even by bus, and in 10 minutes, we have buses going from Tessennano to Arlena di Castro, where we have already, let's say, bigger grocery shops. So even by bus. And now let's check the last from Rome. Okay, Rome by transport. We have many options here. 9 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, 4 hours. So they all have 3 different transports. The one that it takes less, let's say, from Roma, San Pietro, take the train to Pisa Centrale, then we stop in Montalto di Castro. From Montalto, there is a bus that goes to Canino, and then from Canino we have the bus that goes to Tessennano. So we have buses also from Canino. Obviously, in these small towns, it's not that easy to commute, but again, car is the solution, mainly highly recommended. And then, anyway, by car, Rome, how far is Rome by car? Let's see, 1 hour and 57 minutes. Considering, anyway, that we are in the northern part of Lazio region. So, okay, let's do Google Street View simply to see if we have access to the property, where the property is. Via Roma. Now I didn't select the number, the civic number, we call it numero civico 15. So Via Roma 15, Tessennano. Let's see. Okay, let's see where's Via Roma. Now they're not showing me. Okay, here we are in the center of Tessennano. So I see kind of bar restaurant, touristic area anyway. Let's see here if we are in Via Roma to understand. Yes, so this is the clock tower that we saw from the terrace, means that the property should be just here. Now we have another house for sale. Here, Vendesi. You see, this is a private sale without agency. So it depends. Focus on the area. It's important to focus on the area. Once you know the area that you like in Italy, then you can think and process. Don't rush. My recommendation is always to not rush. Simply, we might get something that we might not really like. So it's important, as I'm always saying, to pick the area, to understand the property that we really like. Now, I don't see, we are in Via Roma, but I didn't see this property. I didn't see the garage entrance, but the thing is that I saw this clock tower that I saw from the terrace. Unless, okay, here we cannot access. Let's see if we are going back. Maybe it's on the left-hand side, I didn't check. I don't see. Another house for sale. You know, once you're here, all private sale, no agency. Again, there is this thing that obviously Italian people are leaving these towns, a bit because they don't appreciate, a bit because they prefer to live in bigger cities. We see a lovely house here. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, this is the property here. This one here. Okay, there's no sign for sale. This picture was taken in 2022. Then many people, as I'm always saying, is inheriting this property, these properties. So basically, they just want to sell it. Okay, we have shops here. Let me see this one. What's this? Okay, we have a pharmacy. And we have this beautiful church, beautiful square, post office. Okay, so we have a pharmacy, bus stop, and we have this beautiful church. Lovely houses here and there. I like this type of towns. Personally, these are the really peaceful the peaceful towns. Anyway, my friends, I hope you have enjoyed. The video is already a bit too long, longer than usual. I wish you a lovely day, and I'll see you here tomorrow for another property for sale in one of the 20 regions of Italy. Bye!